There was an actual match in the Premier League today. It was terrible. Chelsea 0, Brighton 0. Does, though, put Chelsea up to 4th in the table now, and the Champions League spot, which I suppose we can start talking about again now. Does that be nice? Craig, what a game.
Well, it's not helped the Champions League position for next year, and I'm actually quite pleased about this. The game was awful, and you could argue Brighton deserved to win in the end, created more chances, and I'll be honest with you, it was a hard watch. Didn't watch, because I was following this other story about it, and I was like, Chelsea, I mean...
You didn't miss anything.
I didn't miss anything, and quite frankly, and I'm going to say it now, I hope they don't get in the top 4. I hope they miss out. I'd rather see West Ham get in there. I'd rather see Everton come up. I don't want Chelsea to get in there, and I don't want Tottenham to get in there. We know Arsenal are not getting in because they're hopeless. But this club is part of this cabal, and I would love to see West Ham United, Leicester City, and we know Man United are going to make it, and that's another unfortunate scenario because of their stands. But I have no sympathy for Chelsea if they don't make it. I have sympathy for the players, but not the club. And on the other side of the coin, Thomas Tuchel's done a great job since he's come in the main, but his teams bore the hell out of me. Yeah, they manage games well, as I mentioned the other day, against the big teams like Man City, like they did in the semi-final, but they're a hard watch, and they do not inspire.
No, this is kind of typical of what we've seen from Chelsea for quite a lot under Tuchel, Mark.
It is, yeah, but he's been getting results. So after the whole situation with Frank Lampard, they were happy with that. But business end of the season, you want to get victories, and if they win the FA Cup and qualify for the Champions League, it'll be a success. But I've seen a couple of Chelsea games, and the way that Tuchel talks to his players and the way he lines them up, and I get the impression that his kind of way of working won't appeal to the players for too much longer. I think they'll soon get fed up with his tactics and his approach.
Yeah, and you love Tuchel.
I think it's a great signing. I agree with some of the arguments Craig is having, but I also agree with Mark that when a manager like Tuchel comes to Chelsea in the middle of the season, it's all about steady the ship. It's all try to get the best out of the teams he got offered to do that, and he will deliver on that. I think they will get top 4, by the way, and Tuchel will be a great signing for Chelsea, and I think that Chelsea will be title contenders for next season. And I don't agree with Mark that the players will be bored of him, because they will learn a lot from him and improve as players. So that's for the consensus of the day.
Well, they'll not be title contenders, Jan, playing like that with that personnel.
Okay, we will bet. We'll take a bet, Craig.
What money do you use?
Put your money where your mouth is.
Are you in the Euro or not?
I am not in the Euro, but if you want Euro, I can buy you a big champagne and you give me a big champagne if Chelsea will be a title contender next year. Do we have a deal,
I tell you what,
Burley?
I'll bet you $20, which where you live will probably get me half a lager.
No, he will do well. He would do well, and I like Frank Lampard, and I like the way that they got young English managers in there. But Tuchel has also shown that you could get more out of that Chelsea team, and I can see that there are games that are a bit boring, but there are times that you also have to steady the ship and get some results, and Tuchel will do that.
Yeah, no, I do agree. I think they will be much better, much more consistent next year. But I just wonder with that personnel and whether it's just he's doing it this season and it will change. They don't have enough penetration, I think, to go 38 games and win the league.
Right.
They just don't have it. They're too placid in their approach at times, and unless that changes, I don't think you're going to win the league just by really good organisation alone.
You could bore everyone to death, I suppose, Don.
They certainly could. I think it's a little bit of both. I think Tuchel, what he'll do, Dan, in the short term, I think he'll win a trophy. I think he'll win an FA Cup. I think he'll get top 4. Do they overturn the likes of Man City next season? Well, that squad, I don't think so, unless they get huge investment in the summer. And more importantly, I think they need a number 9. I think they need someone that's going to get them 25, 30 goals a season. I don't think Tammy Abraham's the answer. Giroud's obviously not. Timo Werner, he can't buy a goal, whether he has a massive shot of confidence in pre-season. But I think that's the area that they need strengthening in. So I think in the short term, I agree with Jan. In the long term, I'm with Craig. I don't think they win a title.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.